I'm standing here with Darla, and I'm going to ask her some questions. So you were around when the bridge collapsed. You
Yes.
were 4 years old, correct? Do you remember anything from that time or before?
I can remember crossing the bridge and how narrow it was. After the bridge fell, of course, we had to take a ferry across the river. My mother was terrified of water, so it was always a trip when you had to go across the river. I can remember the sadness. You know, there's it's a very small community, and everybody knew someone who was on that bridge or lost their life on that bridge.
Gotcha. A lot of people believe that the Mothman caused it. Do you remember the rumors or the gossip that was going around?
The community with Mothman pretty much tried to sweep that under the rug. Paranormal was not something that was common, you know, in the 60s. So if you talked of that kind of thing, you were crazy. And people wanted to keep a good reputation, so they didn't want to be crazy.
Okay.
For myself, I don't believe it caused the bridge to collapse. I believe it was here as a predictor of something bad that was
kind of
going to
warning.
happen. It happened 13 months to the day after it was first seen here in Mason County.
Gotcha. Do you remember being scared to step outside of your house because of what was going on around?
It's funny you ask that, because I often tell people I wish I could unlock the part of my mind where I could hear what my mother's saying on the phone to her friends. We never locked our doors. I was allowed outside to play, you know, with little to no supervision during that time. And it was from that, whatever it's been that I've heard from her or my brothers, from that time forward, I had to have my bed checked under, my closet had to be locked, and the hallway light had to be left on. And that went on through my high school years.
Wow.
So.
Okay. Do you remember any of the men in black walking around talking to people? You don't remember any? Do you believe that they were?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. My husband's grandfather worked for the sheriff's department, and I wish that I had the good sense to ask questions back then. More, you know.
It wasn't as big back then.
Well, it was like I said, it was swept under the rug. You know, it was nonsense.
I know after the bridge collapsed, from what I was told, nobody really talked about the Mothman.
Well, yeah, it took a back seat. You know, if anybody saw it or whatever, it took a back seat to the bridge disaster. My husband's grandfather said, though, the sheriff's department phone rang off the hook. You know, it was either UFO sightings, Mothman, or just afraid of things that went bump in the night.
Gotcha. And the main question everybody wants to know is, do you think the Mothman is still around these areas? Do you think he's still around? Is he still being sighted?
Large winged creatures have been seen all throughout history, as far back as, you know, the Native Americans called them thunderbirds. So there's something out there.
Okay, cool. All right, how about Bigfoot? You think he's out of here?
I do.
Okay.
We call him Chief Squat'em Bottom on our property.
Squat'em Bottom. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start calling that. I appreciate your time, and you look good on camera.
Oh,
that was your biggest worry.
She does look.
Yes, so we appreciate you. Thank you.